very early on for the Eagles. Childress now at the top of the ball. Little hesitation, drives inside, kicks it back out to Tolwazi. Tolwazi for three. Oh, he's short on that one. NEWCASTLE grabs the rebound for the Eagles. And the ball's in the hand of Nimley. Nimley pulls a quick trigger on the three, nothing there. Childress to the rebound, looks ahead of him. Great pass to Tolwazi, gets the two. Beautiful vision by Eric Childress for Force. Game's tied at 2 apiece, just under a minute gone. Williams now to Defoe, to Page. The Eagles looking for the options. NEWCASTLE out to Williams. Williams open. Too heavy on that one. Off the back of the iron and out. Childress now to Tolwazi. Fuller working hard in the post. Williams comes across to help on the double team. That's a tough play by Fuller. And great defense by Eagles. Unusual from Williams there. Doesn't take the three. Kicks it back out instead into the hands of Page. NEWCASTLE, couple of fakes, drives inside, hands off to Defoe. Defoe with the mid-range. Air ball from Defoe. Nervous start so far by the Eagles. Ball's floated inside to Fuller. Double team comes back across again. Ball kicks out to Wanliss. Wanliss for three. Great defense by NEWCASTLE, but it's not enough to stop Wanliss. Drains the three and Leeds Force take the first lead of the game with 2 minutes gone. Defoe going to work in the low post. Foul called. Fuller called for his first foul. It'll be a sideline ball for the Eagles. Force get away with one there. Quick offense by the Eagles. Almost stolen away. Force will get the ball back. The Eagles strip the ball away. Page now with the ball at the top, little hesitation, drives up against Childress, pulls up, banks it, nothing there. Oh, put back by NEWCASTLE. Beautiful offensive rebound and put back by the young man. Force now with the ball in the hands of Tolwazi. Sprawling defense by the Eagles in the early stages. Bankovic from a long way out. Forced to take a tough shot. Fortunately for the Force, miscommunication from NEWCASTLE as Page and NEWCASTLE fight for the same rebound and it goes out of bounds. Force will get the ball on the baseline as Leeds make their first change. Iglesias coming in for Wanliss. Childress now inbounds it to Tolwazi, to Iglesias, to Bankovic. Nothing there. Great backdoor cut by Tolwazi and one. Tolwazi pumps the fist. That's a great vision by Leeds Force to find the open man in the paint. Tolwazi will go to the line for the extra shot. Force will make another change. Morier coming to the game for the first time. It's a provisional on the shooter, so Tolwazi will go to the bench if he makes his free throw. Can't get it to go. Williams grabs the rebound and gives it up to Nimley. Nimley, a couple of hesitations. Great vision out to Page. Page feeds the low post. Defoe battles his way inside. Easy two for Defoe. Tolwazi inside to Fuller. Fuller now goes up against him. Travelling violation called on Ali Fuller. So far, the Eagles have an answer for the size advantage that Fuller has over the Eagles. They're fronting him in the post and then doubling across in the rotation. So far, Fuller's not been able to skip the pass out quick enough to the open man. Pitch now to Page. Page tries to go past Childress, instead finds it inside to Jukic. Jukic, easy one off the glass, can't get it to go, grabs another offensive rebound, good hustle by Force. But it's off Morier, so it'll be an Eagles ball on the baseline. Into the hands of Defoe, kicks it out to the top to Nimley. Nimley will pull the trigger on the three. Ah, big shot. Nimley drains the three. Big expectations coming into the season for Nimley. Explosive offensive threat for the Eagles. Childress now looking for the options in front of him. Nothing there so far. Skips it to the corner. Theogratis from outside. Too heavy on that one. Nimley away with a rebound out in the transition. Pulls up for the three. The confidence. Drains the three. Nimley. No choice there for Coach Nelson of the Force. Calls a timeout quickly as the Eagles lead the game by 5. 7 to Leeds Force, 12 to the Newcastle Eagles. 5:52 remaining in this first quarter. An exciting opening to the game with both teams finding the basket. But as I said, opening weekend of the season is always an exciting time. So much anticipation for every team. The expectations of fans can sometimes weigh heavy on the shoulders. But so much to play for at these early stages of the season. So looking at the other games around the league this evening, obviously you've got Leeds Force against the H Group Eagles, Newcastle here at the Carnegie Sports Arena, but in Worcester the Wolves are welcoming the London Lions, and then in Manchester the Giants are hosting Leicester Riders, and the other game this evening, the Surrey Scorchers travel up the M1 to take on the DBL Shark Sheffield. We'll make sure we keep you guys up to date here on livebasketball.tv with all the scores from around the league on this opening night of the 2017-18 BBL season. Plenty of action to come on livebasketball.tv this season. You will not miss a basket. Out of the timeout, it'll be a Leeds Force ball on the baseline after the Nimley three. Eagles applying some pressure early on. Childress gets the ball from the inbound pass. Ball now to Tolwazi. Skips it to Morier. Morier looks to go past Nimley. Nimley takes the charge off Morier. Good defensive footwork by the Eagles guard. Draws the first foul from Morier. Second team foul for Leeds Force. Childress now applying some pressure on to Nimley. Uses a screen set by Defoe. Goes past his defender, floats up for Jukic. Jukic mistimes the jump, didn't expect the alley-oop pass, and Force will come away with it. Childress now using the screen set by wanliss. Reaching in foul there by Nimley. Tried to pick his pocket. Hooking the arm around the back, but makes contact with Childress. So Nimley picks up his first foul of the game. 5:16 to play. Eagles still holding that 5-point lead. Childress now with the ball. Theogratis, shot clock running down to 2. Going to have to get a shot off. Tolwazi is not going to catch the ring. Yes, it does. wanliss managed to grab the rebound. Oh, he's tough play. Theogratis follows up with another offensive rebound. And Force break the drought that they were suffering from and bring it back down to a 3-point game. Not a beautiful play, but 2 points is 2 points for Leeds Force. Defoe now inside to the paint. Off to the right. Williams crashes in hard for the offensive rebound for Eagles. Page back out to Williams, and Nimley slows it down. The foul is called on wanliss. The battle of the bigs inside. Defoe against wanliss. Force are going to make a double change. Andrew Hambleton will come into the game. That's his first action for Leeds Force. As Morier comes in and Bankovic comes into the game as Childress goes to the bench. big shot, just a 2 from Nimley in the corner. The lead back out to 5. Tawazi now goes inside, stolen away. Again, Defoe fronting the post. Great defense for Eagles. It's going to lead to a quick offense for them. Page pulls up at the free throw line for the jumper. String music for Jay-Sean Page. Careless mistake by Force. The nerves are starting to kick in. Only had a week together fully as a team under Coach Nelson. So the mistakes are expected as Tawazi zips a ball into the advertising board on the baseline. Nimley now with the ball. Jay-Sean Page, little fade away to the right. Beautiful shot. He's starting to heat up now for the Eagles. For Force. No options in front of him, uses the screen. Eagles switch on the screen. Fuller now with the ball on the wing, not where he wants the ball, asking for Bankovic to come and get it off him. Great hustle defense by the Eagles. Offensive foul called by the official on Ingus Bankovic. And the Eagles will get the ball on the side. Eagles starting to find some form of momentum as their lead is out to 9 points now. Leading the game 18-9 over Force with 3:25 to play in this first quarter. Nimley now with the ball at the top, trying to shake Childress. Childress manages to hold on to him. It's a tough shot. And Fuller comes down with a rebound for Force. Spin move by Childress, jumps inside, back out to Fuller, to Bankovic for the 3! Ingus Bankovic drains the triple. All off the penetration by Childress. Quick rotation of the ball. Eagles though, with the ball in the hands of Page. Big rebound. Gunhina now. Looks like he got the offensive rebound. Looks like Bankovic is called for the foul while he's on the floor. That's 2 quick fouls in succession for Bankovic. He'll have to be careful. Interesting to see what Coach Nelson does. Hina at the line. Can't get the first to go. In and out. Coach Nelson trusting Bankovic won't pick up another foul. Can't get the second to go either. Nerves. Hina's debut for the Eagles. Great outlet pass to Iglesias. Can't get it to go though. And the Eagles will come away. 3-on-2 break. As Nimley gets it to Gunhina. Comes out, Nimley fakes a 3, step back, massive amount of space, beautiful play, but can't get the shot to drop. Childress gets it out early to Hamilton. Hamilton will take the 3, back to the iron and out. This is frenetic basketball here. And that's an unsportsmanlike foul called on Andrew Hamilton. New interpretation of the rule being enforced here at the Carnegie Sports Arena. Reach for the ball. Official making the judgment that he didn't make a fair play at the ball. All he was trying to do was stop the transition. So Nimley will go to the line for 1 shot. Sorry, 2 shots because Force are in the bonus. They're in the team foul situation. So Nimley will get 2 shots at the line, and the Eagles will get possession. Makes them count, and the lead is out to 8. 2:27 to go, and Eagles get the ball on the side. Alaska into the game for the first time, as is Flournoy for the Eagles. Williams and Nimley will go to the bench. An interesting opening 7.5 minutes here at the Carnegie Sports Arena. Alaska now with the ball for the Eagles. Inside Gunhina. Gunhina throws up a tough left-hand floater. It's out of bounds off Fuller. He couldn't hold on to it. So the Eagles will get the ball back on the baseline. quick clarification between the referees and the officials, just checking to see what the shot clock should read. Just waiting to see if they're claiming, yeah, just looking to see if Leeds Force had gained possession and lost it. The judgment is they hadn't, so the shot clock will just reset to 14. Martin now with the ball for the Eagles, drives inside, strong move. Oh, a little touch there by Fuller, stripped away by Childress, and the foul is called. Martin trying to assert himself on the game. Another foul called on Force. Their 7th foul of the quarter. Eagles only picked up 2 fouls. Martin at the line for free throws. Gets the first to go. And the second. Extends the lead out to double digits, the biggest lead of the game so far. Childress now with the ball for Force. To Appleyard. Stolen away by Page, but he steps out of bounds, so it'll still be a Force ball. Force will make the change. Iglesias comes to the bench as Wanliss goes in. Childress will inbound the ball from the side for Leeds. Double string set for him, trying to get some switches in favour for Force. Nothing there. Appleyard now looks to drive the baseline, looks to swing it, almost stolen away by Flournoy. He read the passing lane well, but only manages to bat it out of bounds, so it'll still be a Leeds ball on the baseline. Childress now to Bankovic. Off Bankovic, straight out of bounds. He's not happy with his teammates, and frustration creeping in. As the Eagles inbound the ball to Flournoy. Going up against Wanliss, feeds the low post to Martin. Martin can't quite hold on to it, but gets the 2 off the glass. Great offensive work to get Martin free, so low in the post. Force can't afford for that to happen too many times. Wanliss now hands it off to Childress. Childress still crossover, trying to lose Lasker, can't do it. Stolen away, bad pass by Wanliss. Page out of the races, 2-hand jam. Deshaun Page. And the lead has quickly stretched out to 14 points with a little over a minute left in the first quarter. Childress now throws it straight out of bounds, and Leeds Force are falling apart at the moment. Bankovic out of the game, Tolwazi back in for Force. They'll need to stem the flow if they're going to keep the competition alive here at Carnegie Sports Arena as the Eagles start to warm up. Page now, little shake, little hesitation. Let's go past Tolwazi, kicks it out to Terry Martin. Martin drains the 2. Martin's had an impact since he's come into the game. New to the British Basketball League, applied his trade in Bolivia for the last 2 seasons, and Fuller's called for the offensive foul. So obvious from Fuller. Silly mistake. Trying to find offensive positioning and just shoving the fronting Martin out of the way. That's Fuller's 2nd foul. It'll be an Eagles ball on the sideline. Some frustrations now starting to show for Force, as the Eagles hold a 16-point lead, 45.7 seconds left in the first quarter. Lasker now gives it up to Page, who gives it up to Flournoy, wide open for the 2. Back of the iron and out, but Lasker grabs the rebound, and the Eagles will reset. Beautiful change of direction by Lasker, feeds it inside. Gunhina gets the 2 off the glass. Childress now with the ball, looking for some options in front of him. Nothing there so far. Looking for the offense to happen. 3-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Ball's now to Wanliss. Wanliss with the ball against Lohina. Pulls up for the 3, shoots the 3, drains the 3. Dean Wanliss. As the clock runs down at the end of the first quarter. And that's all we'll have in the first 10 minutes. 15 to Leeds Force, 30 to the S Group Eagles Newcastle. And that's an interesting opening quarter we have here at the Carnegie Sports Arena. going towards what the form book suggested, with the Eagles holding a 15-point lead after the first quarter, being led by the explosive undersized guard Son Imley. He's got 10 points, Sean Page 8 points, and Terry Martin 6 points. All three of their imports contributing heavily for the Eagles. For Leeds Force, they've been led by 2 big threes by Dean Wanliss and 4 points by Samuel Tulwazi. NEWCASTLE is helping them on the boards for the Eagles. He's got 4 rebounds, and the point guard is leading the rebounding for the Force with 3. But as expected, a tough task at hand for Leeds Force tonight, as they trail by 15 at the end of the first quarter. Elsewhere in the league, into the closing seconds of the first quarter in Worcester, and you've got the Worcester Wolves 21, the London Lions 22, so a very, very close game down there in the Midlands. But as I said, opening weekend of the BBL season is always exciting, but we got a little taste of some of the teams last weekend when you had the British All-Stars Challenge at the O2 Arena in London, and what a tournament that was. A variation of the basketball rules, making it high-paced, high-flying action with big 4-point shots and power plays to entertain the crowd, both at the arena and on the TV. But the London Lions walked away with the title, claiming a £25,000 jackpot. But the visitors tonight won't be too unhappy, as they left back up north with £20,000 in their back pockets as runners-up. An exciting new innovation to the BBL. One change for the Eagles as Bazzi comes into the game for his debut for the Eagles. Force still struggling, but the ball's in the hand of Childress. Childress trying to fight his way inside. Comes off the feet of Wanliss and out of bounds. It'll be an Eagles ball on the baseline. Almost stolen away, but the ball comes off the foot of Wanliss. So it'll be an Eagles ball on the baseline as they look to put Leeds Force to the sword in the opening stages of this second quarter. Bazzi now hands off to Martin. Martin for the long 2. In and out. Flournoy with another rebound. Fuller can't hold on to it. Yes, he can. Hands it off to Tulwazi. Tulwazi now on the point for Force. Ball comes to Appleyard. Appleyard. He uses a screen from Wanliss, no, waves him away. Wanliss now on the wing, he'll pull the trigger on the 3. Comes up way short, Wanliss. And there'll be a sub for Leeds Force, as Bankovic is back into the game, and Appleyard will go to the bench. Bankovic on 2 early fouls, so he'll have to be careful coming back into the game. Flournoy now inbounds it for the Eagles to Bazzi. Brings it up over the half. Looks to drive past Bankovic. Floats it off the glass, nothing there. Nice move by Bazzi, trying to get himself some early confidence in his Eagles career. But Force come away with it. Childress, little crossover, trying to create some space. Looks to drive up against Gunhina. Ball kicks out to Tulwazi. Tulwazi for 3. Off the front of the iron and out. Grabs his own rebound though. He'll jack another 3 and drops it on the second attempt. Tulwazi up to 7 points personal. Leads the Force scoring and brings the deficit down to 12. Ball now to Martin. Martin! His foul gets the and one play, and the unsportsmanlike foul is called on Tulwazi. Not a great decision by the veteran guard. Terry Martin will get the 2. He'll go to the line for the extra 1, and the Eagles will get possession as well. That's a triple blow to Leeds Force, and Eagles will make a change as Nimley comes back into the game and Lasker goes to the bench. A quick clarification from the officials to the table. Martin at the line for the extra 1, gets it to go. Takes the lead back out to 15 points, and Leeds will make a change as Hambleton comes into the game and Wanliss comes to the bench. Flournoy now, will inbound for the Eagles. It's into Nimley. Nimley's had a great start to the game so far. His Eagles' career has taken off at a pace. 10 points already for the guard. Hina goes inside, floats over the left hand. Can't get it to go, but gets the putback. Great hustle. Tenacity on the offensive boards. Leeds Force just looking for any form of momentum on the offensive end at the moment to spark a bit of resurgence. Bankovic kicks it out to Hamilton. Hamilton is knocked away. It's still going to be a Leeds Force ball. Really to be expected for Leeds though. Their import players only arrived in the country early this week. Still awaiting clearance for Tavarian Nix. So he's not able to participate tonight. The 6-7 format, and Eagles capitalise on the ball being thrown away. Newkic puts it in for 2. And the lead's out to 19. Leeds Force throw it away yet again. Another turnover. Nimley, rejected by Childress, but the foul is called. Childress called for the foul as he tried to recover on the defensive end, but yet another turnover for Leeds Force. Timeout call. The Eagles lead it 37-18 to Leeds Force. A very nervous Leeds Force team on the floor at the moment. They've turned the ball over 12 times in the opening 12 minutes of action. That's the kind of number you want to see at the end of the game. That's not the number you want to see as the opening minutes of the second quarter. Coach Andy Nelson will be keen for them to look after the ball better than they have so far. And that's 12 turnovers just to 1 turnover by the Eagles. And let's have a look at how dangerous that is for Leeds Force and how profitable that is for the Eagles. The Eagles have scored 19 points off those 12 turnovers, and it just so happens that the difference here is 19 points. So I think you can see the tail of the first 12 minutes here at the Carnegie Sports Arena. But giving you some of the scores from around the league, we've got one other game that we can report on down in the Midlands. 7:23 to go in the second quarter there, and the Worcester Wolves are trailing the London Lions 24-28 at the Worcester University Arena. It's a big game there. Both those teams finished top 4 last year. They'll be keen to do the same again. But we're back into the game here with Nimley going to the line for 3 shots and looking to extend the Eagles' lead even further. Connects with the first. And the second, Nimley, an exciting acquisition for the Eagles, joins them from Salon Vilpas in Finland. His first taste of BBL action tonight. Gets all 3 to go, takes his personal tally up to 13 and leads all scorers. Childress now goes past Nimley, floats inside, tough move, can't get it to go. Kawazi working hard for the rebound, but it's stripped away. Bazzi comes up with the rebound for the Eagles to Martin, back to Bazzi, lays it off the glass for 2. Great transition ball by the Eagles. And the lead is out to 24, and the Eagles hotly tipped at the start of the season here are living up to their billing. Stolen away again, another turnover. Nimley to Jukic, gets the 2 in transition. Quickly turning into a bloodbath here at the Carnegie Sports Arena as Leeds Force cannot control the ball, giving up possession after possession. Kawazi now to Childress. Childress, little shake, drives inside, tough move, right hand, he's fouled. Important play by Childress. It looks like he's going to have to take an awful lot more of the offense on his back. The success that they're getting is through his penetrating drive to the basket. They're having a collapse, making it a tougher defensive situation. And Childress will go to the line for 2 shots. As Eagles pick up just their third foul of the entire game. Fuller comes into the game and Hambleton takes a seat on the bench for the Force. Gets the first to go. Back at the line for the second. Gets the second to drop. Substitution, Childress will go to the bench. Morier will come in for Force. Nimley now with the ball for Eagles. Goes to Flournoy, to Martin. Martin, one dribble, jumper. Gets the friendly roll. Out to a 26-point ball game. With 6:17 to play in the first half. Ball now with Bankovic. Bankovic going up against Basil. Drives in, doubled by Martin, stolen away. Nimley now with the ball on the wing. Pulls the trigger on the three, awkward looking style, in and out for Nimley. Bankovic will come away for Force. Looks up, no one in front of him though. Little spin move, beautiful move, hands it off to Diaglatis. And the offensive foul is called on Bankovic. That's his third foul. That's a big call by the official. Sure, the Eagles will be aware that that's his third foul and they'll look to target him on the offensive end now. Officials just asking for a floor wipe. But interesting there, that's a big call by the officials. Bankovic on three, it's a big moment in the game. And Eagles will get the ball on the baseline. Flournoy now to Basil. Basil calling for motion. Being guarded by Morio. To Nimley. Nimley wide open for three. He'll jack the three. Oh, another friendly roll. The basketball gods are smiling upon the Eagles tonight. They're absolutely deserving their big lead, but they're getting the roll on the hoop as well. As they extend the lead to 29 points, Diagratias drives to the basket, stripped away off the foot of Diagratias. It's going to be an Eagles ball. Just a bit more sweat on the floor. It needs mopping up before we can continue. But a clinical performance so far by the Eagles, demonstrated why people are raving about them in the off-season. Don't get me wrong, they've also been flattered by a poor performance by Leeds Force so far this evening. But that does not take away from what has been surgical precision on both ends of the floor by Newcastle. Tawazi hobbles to the bench. Not sure where he sustained the injury. Doesn't look serious. Just taking a rest to try and recover from that. Barzi now with the ball. Almost stolen away by Childress, but Barzi manages to hold on to it. Drives inside, little hesitation. Stolen away by Childress this time, and Fuller will pick up the loose ball. Great defence by the Force. They'll need plenty more of those if they're to make a game of this. Childress now has to pick his dribble up, gives it up to Moria. Moria almost loses it. Holds on to it though, behind the back. Hustle play by Eagles. They're all over Leeds Force tonight. Bankovic holds on to it. Tough play with the shot clock running down. Can't get it to go. Fuller tries to tap it away, but Nimley gets hold of it. He's out on the break, 2-on-1. Will he slow it up? He'll pull the three in transitions. Oh, Nimley drains another triple. He's up to 19 points personal in just the opening 15 minutes of the game. What a player. Childress tries to return the favour, but just throws an air ball up instead. Leeds Force are all at sea at the moment. The half-time break cannot come soon enough for Leeds and Coach Nelson. As Williams and Defoe come into the game for the Eagles, as Bazzi and Martin take a seat. Hambleton into the game for Bankovic for Force, and Appleyard comes into the game for Moria. Eagles now with possession in the hands of Page. to Nimley. Nimley fakes the three inside. Oh, beautiful interior passing. Williams gets a little right hand floater. That's great play by Jukic. So unselfish and so smart. Out to a 34-point lead. Hamilton now drives inside. It's off the foot of Defoe, so it'll be a forced ball. Just checking if it's the foot or not. Not sure. Doesn't look like it's going to be a reset. 8 seconds on the shot clock. And Force will have the ball on the baseline. To Hamilton. Hamilton now. Shot clock down to 5. Skip to Appleyard. Appleyard will have to shoot the three. That's a tough shot. Banks it off. Maybe the basketball gods are feeling sorry for Leeds Force as that one drops for Appleyard. Page now with the ball for the Eagles. Uses a screen by Defoe. The ball comes out to Nimley. Nimley for another three. He's short on that one. Jukic flies through and grabs the rebound. It's off a Force hand. It'll be an Eagles ball on the baseline. Eagles will make a change as Lasker comes into the game. Nimley goes to the bench. He doesn't look too happy about it. He obviously wants to build on his impressive 19-point haul so far. Page. Foul is called on Andrew Hamilton. He's called for holding. He picks up his second foul. And Page will inbound the ball. Stolen away by Appleyard. Appleyard down the break. 2-on-1 break to Diogratias. And blows the dunk. That's embarrassing for any player to blow the dunk when you're out on the break. Should have just laid it in for the certain two instead of went for the highlight play. Defoe now, he's being held by Fuller. The game's getting scrappy as Force cannot find a way of breaking through. And Fuller picks up his third foul. 2 Force players now on 3 fouls. Still with 3 minutes 10 left in this second quarter. Defoe at the line for 2 free throws. Connects with the first, extends it back out to a 32-point lead. Takes his personal tally to 4. The Leeds Force to battle back into this one. Ball in the hands of Childress. Skips inside to Fuller. Fuller can't hold on to it. Yes, he can. He's fouled as he goes up strong by Page. Smart move by Force. Still looking to go inside, trying to draw the contact. Trying to get the officials to call those fouls. Fuller will go to the line for 2 shots. The second foul is called on Jay Sean Page. In and out on the first rally, Fuller. That's his first points in a Leeds Fest jersey. And the Leeds back at 32 points. Lasker now loses the handle. Has to hand it off to Williams. Williams out to the top to Jukic. Jukic now feeds it inside to Defoe. Good passing. Oh, beautiful play by Defoe. Can't get the jumper to go, and Appleyard will come away with the ball. Gives it up to Childress. Childress now being guarded by Lasker. Looks to go inside to Diogratias. It's almost stolen away by Williams. It is stolen away by Williams, but waiting for the call. He steps out of bounds. So it's going to be a Leeds Force ball on the baseline. Just changed for Leeds Force as Ali Fuller goes to the bench and Dean Wanliss comes back in. .234 left in this first half. 24 to Leeds Force, 56 to a very impressive H Group Eagles Newcastle. quick discussion with regards to the shot clock. Again, it's down to whether there's been a change of possession. The officials judge there not to have been a change of possession, so the shot clock jumps down to 14, treating it as an offensive rebound. Childress now with the ball to Hamilton. Hamilton back out to Diagratius. Diagratius now looking to hand it off to Childress now. He goes inside, loses the handle, stolen away. Another turnover. Lasker with the ball in full flow. Kai Williams for the easy finger roll. Eagles cruising here at the Carnegie Sports Arena. Wanliss. Childress scoops under the hand of Lasker, fakes inside. Great move by Eric Childress. Leeds Force need an awful lot more of that from their young American guard. Page now to Lasker. No defense. Lasker for three. Drew Lasker opens it out to a 35-point ball game now. Wanliss loses the ball. No, he doesn't. It's retained by Leeds Force. Appleyard throws it away to Lasker. Lasker out on the break. Easy two for Drew Lasker. And the punishment does not stop for Leeds Force as the Eagles put force to the sword in this opening half of BBL action here in the 2017-18 season. Childress now is going to get double teamed, walks straight into a trap, being hustled by two Eagles players. Ball is moved quickly to Wanliss. Wanliss steps back for a long two. Tough move, can't get it to go. Shot clock down to 2 and it'll go out of bounds. Shot clock violation, Eagles ball. Coach Nelson just talking to Childress, telling him he can't walk into that double team. Double substitution for the Forces. Hamilton and Appleyard go to the bench. Bankovic comes into the game, as does Tolwazi. Jukic goes to the bench for the Eagles. Hina comes in his place. Just under a minute to play in the first half. Page now steps up, drains a string music three. Out to a 39-point ball game, and the Eagles are on fire. Wanliss drives inside, stolen away by Lasker. Lasker gives it up to Williams, and Diagratius fouls Williams. Kai Williams will go to the line for 2. Smart move by Diagratius in the end, fouling him. Make him earn the points for Force. Sorry, for the Eagles, he'll earn the points. 32.6 seconds to play. The Eagles in cruise control here. Just his first foul for Diagratius. Williams now at the line. Drains the first. Kai Williams making the move up north after playing for the London Lions last season. Always a consistent performer wherever he plays. Drains the second and takes his personal tally up to 6 points for the evening. Into the final 30 seconds of this first half, and what has been a clinic by the S Group Eagles Newcastle, leading at 41 points, sorry, 41 points. Tolwazi now. Looks to go past Williams. It's stolen away again. And then it's stolen back. Diagratius inside to Tolwazi. Tolwazi is fouled by Defoe. Leeds Force will have an awful lot to talk about in the locker room in half-time. 21 turnovers, leading to 35 of the Eagles' 67 points. They have to protect the ball in the second half, and not just the second half, the remainder of the season if they're going to be competitive. 6.1 seconds to play until Wazi's at the line. He's short on the first. Second, and it's an easy outlet pass to Lasker. He lays it in off the glass for 2. Another rookie mistake by Leeds Force, and that's the half-time buzzer. And the S Group Eagles Newcastle enter the locker room leading 69-26 against the Force, and the Eagles fans are on their feet. No real surprise, a big first half by the Eagles. Saar Nimley leading the way with 19 points, ably assisted by Martin with 11 and Page with 10. Jukic has grabbed 5 boards for the Eagles and Lasker's dished out 4 assists. Not many highlights from the first half for Leeds Force. Tawazi leads him in scoring with 7 points and Childress has 3 rebounds, but it's a first half to forget for Coach Nelson for Leeds Force as he goes to Lookerham and has to pull a rabbit out of the hat if Leeds Force are going to battle their way back into this one. Make sure you stay with us as we'll have all the second half action here at the Carnegie Sports Arena live on livebasketball.tv. Welcome back to the Carnegie Sports Arena for more BBL action, and what a first 20 minutes we've had. The Newcastle Eagles flying out of the blocks. They lead the hosts, Leeds Force, 69 to 26. A phenomenal performance from Eagles on both ends of the floor, forcing turnover after turnover for Force, scoring 37 points off those turnovers. And the highlight of the opening half for the Eagles faithful travelled down to Leeds has been that of Saar Nimli, the underside guard who's moved across from Salonvilpas in Finland to the northeast of England. Has had a phenomenal first half. He's racked up 19 points in the opening first two quarters, and he only played 13 and a half minutes. Explosive guard that can hurt you in many, many ways. Interesting to see now, second half, what we have. As Leeds Force will have to battle hard to get back into this, and they're going to start by dropping into a zone. Let's see what the Eagles have to go against the zone. Jukic now out to Williams. Williams will shoot the three. Off the left in the iron and out. Great follow by Jukic, gets the putback, towers over Childress. And Eagles start where they left off. Wanliss to Bankovic. Bankovic fakes the three, drives inside, floats the right hand off the glass. A two for Bankovic. Jukic now with the ball at the top, skips to Williams. Williams wide open for a three, feeds it inside to the post to Defoe. Defoe now takes a tough shot. Offensive foul is called on Jukic. Jukic standing above the player. Silly play by the new Eagles player. He's going to get himself on a sportsmanlike or a technical at that point. Just waiting to see if they're going to count the basket or not, as Jukic just ploughed through Bankovic. Looks like they're going to award the basket, so the two is good for the Eagles, and Jukic picks up the foul, so Force will get the ball on the sideline. Wanliss now inbounds it to Childress. Childress brings it up over the half. Uses a screen set by Fuller. Fuller now flashes away as Childress is double teamed. Feeds it inside to Wanliss. Wanliss is fouled by Williams. Looks like the officials picking up the pace in this second half, being stricter with some of the contact, trying to lay the law down early. It'll be a forced ball on the sideline. Two quick team fouls for the Eagles here in the third quarter. Childress now using a double screen set by Fuller and Wanliss. Ball moves quickly to Bankovic. Bankovic fakes, drives inside, gives it up to Wanliss. Great ball movement by Leeds Force. Are there glimmers for the Yorkshire team? As Page drives the court, back to Defoe, to Nimli. Nimli open for three, fakes a three. Such an awkward looking three that his fake looks awkward too, but it works every time. Defoe now inside, off the foot of Wanliss. Shot clock already set to 14, and Eagles will get the ball at the side. Sorry, they'll get the Eagles will get the ball on the baseline. Ball's inbounded to Defoe. Defoe to Nimli, back to Page. Page from the corner, drains the three. Takes the lead out to 46 points for the Eagles. The Eagles will be enjoying themselves on the floor here in Carnegie Sports Arena. Bankovic now looks to drive inside, steps out, finds Tawazi in the post, doubles down across. Good help defense by Defoe. Tawazi drives inside, great play. Looks like the Eagles are all aware of the strategy that's going to come Nimli's way this year. Looking to use his undersize against him on the defensive end and post him up. Page now back to Nimli as Force sit in their zone. Going to a flat four on the offensive end. Jukic now comes up short, scrap under the basket for the ball, and Wanliss will grab it. Leeds Force looking better on the defensive end when they sit in a zone. Childress now inside, a follow with the two-handed flush. Posterizes Defoe. Beautiful play. And that's the kind of play that's going to get the Force fans on their feet, but Defoe comes back the other way, can't get it to go. A little bit of momentum now for Leeds Force. Tawazi on the break. Great defense by Williams. Great vision by Childress. Wanliss getting pumped as the Eagles call a timeout. Smart play by Coach Flournoy. Doesn't want any momentum to come Leeds Force's way. The Force players, a little bit more of a spring in their step as they go to the bench. Lead down to 32 points, don't get me wrong. The Eagles still fully in control of this game. But Leeds Force making a bit of a run and showing what they can do when they play as a team. Exciting time of the season, opening night of the BBL season, and we've got games across the country, 4 in total going on. In Manchester, the Giants are hosting the Leicester Riders, and with 6:19 left in the first half there. Manchester Giants 32, Leicester Riders 35. Interesting to see Giants finish bottom of the league last year. Riders won the championship, won the playoffs, and they're only up by 3. Manchester obviously working hard over the other side of the Pennines from us here in Leeds. The DBL Sharks Sheffield also have a lead against the visiting Surrey Scorchers. 7:48 left in the first half in Sheffield, 2-point lead for them. And into the third quarter in Worcester. With 7:55 to play in the third, the Worcester Wolves are down by 5 against the London Lions, trailing 42-47. But here at the Carnegie Sports Arena, the Eagles have a mammoth lead, 42 points. As Force try and battle their way back into it. Tolwazi from the corner comes up short, can't get the roll. Bankovic grabs the rebound, falls to the floor. Jump ball is called. And the possession arrow indicator says it's still going to be a Leeds Force ball. So Force will get the ball on the baseline. A little bit more confidence in the Leeds roster in this opening exchanges of the second half. Childress now with the ball to Bankovic. Bankovic out to Wanliss. Wanliss fakes the 3. He'll pull the trigger instead. Ah, beautiful shot. Wanliss hits his third 3 of the evening. Takes the lead down. 39. Nimley now with the ball at the top to Page. Page pulls the trigger for a long 3. Throws up the air ball. Eagles not finding the rhythm they had in the first half. But if Force are to come back into this, and that's a huge ask, they need to capitalise on every possession. Childress now looks to go past Page, but Page recovers. Ball to Bankovic on the wing. Gone into the corner and is double teamed. Outside to Wanliss. Wanliss for 3. Iron and out. Fuller went for the rebound, but Defoe beats him to it for the Eagles. Nimley now with the ball for Newcastle. Force still in their zone. Page for 3. Drops the string music. Jay-Sean Page. Childress now with the ball for Leeds. Ball in the offence. Gives it up to Bankovic. Bankovic being guarded by Williams. Goes round the screen, turns the corner, needs to find a man inside, has to throw it away. Ball's quickly given up to Nimley, out to Page on the break. Two-handed jam. Jay-Sean Page. Coach Nelson of the Force shakes his head. He knew that his team did the right thing on the offensive end, just couldn't make the pass. And Leeds Force made to pay for yet another turnover. Tawazi inside, that's a tough play. Off balance, and Eagles will come away in the transition again. Ball's floated up to Page, and is fouled. Unsportsmanlike foul called on Wanliss. No attempt to play the ball as Page controls it mid-air, puts it off the glass, gets the 2, goes to the line for the extra 1, and the Eagles will get the possession. More hammer blows to the Force. The inexperience of the Force players, not knowing each other yet, only had a week of pre-season training, still trying to work out each other's style. Both teams making changes. Fuller will go to the bench as Diagratias comes in for Force. Lasker comes into the game. Williams goes out. Jukic goes out for Eagles, as does, and sorry, Martin comes in. Changes for both teams. Both teams running through their rotations, making sure every player gets some court time early here in the BBL season. And Page converts the and 1 play, and it'll be an Eagles ball on the half. Leeds Force back into their 2-3 zone. Page back to Nimley. To Lasker, inside to Defoe. Defoe gets it inside, stripped away by Childress. Quick hands from the rookie point guard. Childress now with the ball back in his hands on the offensive end. looking to make things happen, pulls the trigger on a three, off the front of the iron and out. Defoe grabs another rebound. That's his third of the night. Oh, Nimley will shoot the three, in and out. Both teams trigger happy from the perimeter. De Gratias now. Needs to hand it off, can't hand it off, no one there to find. Gives it up to Tulwazi in the end. Tulwazi calls for the screen, uses the screen from wanliss. Wanliss has it stolen away from him. Martin now with the ball, feeds it out ahead of Page. Page with the easy right-handed lay-in. And the lead extends back out. A 39-point lead now. Sorry, 49-point lead now for the Eagles. Tulwazi with the ball at the top. Skips it back. Wanliss to Childress. Childress, little hesitation, drives inside, fakes again. Good defense by Nimley, and Eagles will come away on the transition once again. Can Defoe hold on to it? He can get it back to Nimley. Nimley for the mid-range two, he's fouled. He'll go to the line for the two shots. De Gratias fouls him. He picks up his second foul of the night as Eagles put their foot back down on the gas here at the Carnegie Sports Arena. Force make the change. Bankovic will go to the bench as Moria comes in. And Nimley to the line for two shots. Connects with the first, and that takes his personal tally to 20 points. Also grabbed 4 rebounds, dished out 6 assists. It's a great opening night in the BBL for Saar Nimley. Connects with the second. We're out to a 51-point lead for the Eagles. Childress goes to the bucket, can't get it to go. Great defense by Newcastle again. They're out on a 3-on-1 break now to Page. Kicks it out Nimley. Nimley fakes the three. He'll take the three instead. Ah, beautiful play by Saar Nimley. Faked out Morier, sent him to the floor. Composure and drains the three. He's up to 24 points personal. Wanliss can't get it to go. Lasker now. Out to Page. Page, little hesitation, gives it inside to Defoe. Ooh, Defoe tries to throw it down. Smart move. Accepts the little 1-foot right hand lay-in. Childress now with the ball on the wing. Stolen away, another turnover, and another unsportsmanlike foul called on Eric Childress. And a timeout called by Coach Nelson of the Force. As the Eagles will go to the line for the shot, and they'll get possession at the half. After a good start to the second half for the Force, the Eagles have quickly gained control of things. 3:16 to play in the third quarter. 37 of the Force, 93 for the S Group Eagles, Newcastle. Childress there picking up his third foul of the game alongside Bankovic and Wanliss. They can't afford to get into any more foul trouble. But for both teams, it's a tune-up game for the long season. Leeds Force having a shortened pre-season, only really having a week together as a team, whereas the Eagles using this as a way to build their team spirit, their cohesion, their camaraderie, as they look to make the long marathon journey that is trying out and making it to that league title, that #1 spot in the league that they'll want to have at the end of April. And they'll also have the O2 final in the middle of May in mind, as they'll want to get back to winning ways and lift the playoff trophy. But the first step on that journey is their game here tonight, and what an impressive first step it has been. Dominant almost from the opening tip all the way through the game, putting Leeds Force to the sword, forcing turnover after turnover. 24 turnovers for Leeds Force. Newcastle Eagles scoring 39 points off those 24 turnovers. And the Eagles continue to apply that pressure as Nimley goes to the line for the 2 shots due to the unsportsmanlike foul. Eagles will get possession at the half as well. Nimley takes his personal tally on his BBL debut up to 26 points. whilst the Force still look to find a way to compete in this game. Terry Martin drives the baseline, drives inside. Rebound by Defoe. Wanliss took an elbow to the face, but he's okay for Force. Tolwazi gets the ball in from Deglatius. Deglatius brings it up over the half for Force and hands it back to Tolwazi. To Hambleton now. Hambleton looking to find something inside, nothing there. Morier now skips it to Tolwazi. Tolwazi will shoot the three. Comes up short on that one, and Defoe grabs another rebound. More transition basketball for Newcastle, but it's stolen away by Hambleton. Good transition defense by Force. One of the first times tonight I could have said that. Morier for three, wide open. Nothing there, and Defoe grabs the rebound but throws it straight out of bounds as he loses his balance. There'll be a Force ball on the sideline. Just asking to clear the sweat off the floor. Just waiting for the moisture to be cleared off the floor, so we have a safe surface to play on. Put a dominant performance here as the S Group Eagles Newcastle hold what is a very impressive 60-point lead. 37 to the Force, 97 to the Eagles, as Tolwazi goes to the bench for Force and Bankovic comes in. They're also going to bring Appleyard into the game for Morier. 2:39 to play in this third quarter. Not much more could have gone right for the Eagles. Not much more could have gone wrong for the Force so far this evening. But both teams still have 12 minutes 39 left in this game, and both teams can benefit massively from that time that's left in very different ways. Glatius now to Bankovic. Bankovic with the ball. Loses it to Page. Page out on the break. He's going to throw this down. No, he's not. He's going to little finger roll in for another two for Jason Page. Takes his tally to 25. He's in a shootout for Nimley for the leading scorer. I'm pretty sure both will feature in the starting five, all-star five. Wanliss now for three. Can't get the roll. And the Eagles come away with it. To Lasker. Lasker now to Defoe. Defoe trying to battle his way against Wanliss. Looks to back his way down, pushing in. Fades away on the right hand, gets the two. And the Eagles are through the ton. That takes them up to 101. And they'll drop into a zone defense now as well. Slight matchup zone. And an offensive foul is called on Wanliss. And the Eagles will get the ball. That will go down as another turnover for Leeds Force. And the Eagles will get the ball on the side. Another foul is called, just waiting to see who the foul was called on. I'm not too sure who the foul was called on. The foul was called, the shot is good. Foul was called on Ali Fuller. That puts him up to 4 fouls. The Eagles get the shot, they get the score, and they get 2 shots. Literally, I'm not sure what more could go wrong for Leeds Force here tonight. They have been put to the sword by the Eagles, and everything has gone against them as well. They'll have a game to forget, but they'll regroup. They've got a double header next weekend, 2 road trips. Friday night, a short one down to Sheffield before they have a long trip, the longest of the season, down to face the Plymouth Raiders. For the Eagles, they'll have their first home game of the season next Friday against the Glasgow Rocks before they make the trip back down south to take on the Manchester Giants next Sunday. For both these teams, this is their only game of the weekend. Appleyard now to Bankovic. Bankovic from the corner for 3. Airballs it. Ali Fuller grabs the rebound inside for Appleyard. Appleyard, easy layup. Great cut by Appleyard, and he gets the 2. Page now to the corner to Nimley. Nimley pushed out of bounds by Hambleton. Nimley's made an awful lot of that, asking for the unsportsmanlike foul on Hamilton. Hamilton tried to help him up. Nimley wasn't having any of it. It's just going to be a regulation foul, which will send Nimley to the line for 2 shots. Not the best of plays by Andy Hamilton. 67-point lead for the Eagles. Must be knocking on the door of one of the biggest ever wins in BBL history here at the Carnegie Sports Arena. And Eagles absolutely earning the right to be title favourites in the pre-season. They've demonstrated exactly what they can do. They'll have tougher challenges than they've had tonight throughout the season though, and I'm sure they're fully aware of that, and they'll use this game as a tune-up for Leeds Force. The league title was not really the ambition of the club here at the start of the season, so they'll look to build towards finding that playoff place. They don't need to win every game, but they need to win the important games around with the teams that are going to be around them in the league. So they'll reset and look towards next weekend and look to pick up a win next weekend and get their journey underway. Diagratius now with the ball for Force to Appleyard. Appleyard double teamed. Ball comes to Fuller. Fuller to Hamilton. Hamilton fakes a 3, uses screen set by Fuller, drives inside, lays it up with the right hand, can't get it to go. Fuller tries to throw it down on the putback, can't get it to go, but gets the rattle to drop home. 46 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Nimley for 3. Too heavy on that one. And Force can't hold on to it, and Hamilton falls out of bounds with the ball when he should have just let it go out of bounds. Another poor play from Leeds Force has cost them another possession and will go down as another turnover. That'll be turnover number 27 for Leeds Force. Lasker, easy basket for Lasker, can't get it to go. He's got a smile on his face, and these are the kind of games you can smile in when you're leading by 66 points. The basket doesn't matter. Hambleton now drives the baseline, scoops inside, can't get it to go. Stolen away again by Lasker. Another turnover to Page. Page floats inside, left hand off the glass, gets himself another 2 points, takes himself up to 30 points for the evening. Great debut by Jay-Sean Page. Foul called on Defoe. Jay-Sean Page has had a great start to his BBL career. 30 points, 6 assists in 28 minutes of action, 33 on the index. Martin almost gets the steal. Bankovic now looks to drive past him, gives it to Hambleton. Hambleton from the corner, can't get it to go as the buzzer blows for the end of the third quarter. And what a performance by the Eagles. 41 to Leeds Force, 109 to the S Group Eagles Newcastle. One more quarter of action to go here at the Carnegie Sports Arena. Well, what an opening 3 quarters of action we've had for the Eagles. Scored 30 in the first quarter, 39 in the second quarter, and they just topped it in that third quarter, putting out 40 points against a floundering Leeds Force team. Plenty more to see from Leeds Force. They're still waiting for their Serican American to receive clearance. Tavarian Nix, an explosive player that will bring an awful lot to the court for Force, but I'm not sure he would have had enough to add to the game tonight to make this a close contest. The Eagles have been dominant throughout, with impressive performances from all of the players in their black and white. But as I said earlier, other games going on around the league. The Leicester Riders are winning over in Manchester against the Giants. They're up 73-64. The DBL Sharks Sheffield are hosting the Surrey Scorchers, and they're down by 6, 59 to 65. And the Worcester Wolves trail the London Lions also by 6. So at the Worcester University Arena is 61 to the Wolves, 67 to the Lions. But the BBL is obviously the top league in the UK and is an integral part of the international programme and part of the performance pathway And coming up is the World Cup qualifier for Great Britain. Friday the 24th of November at the Leicester Arena. Great Britain will welcome Greece. Make sure you get your tickets for that one. That will be an amazing game at the Leicester Arena. So we're back here for the final 10 minutes and the Eagles have possession. Williams to Jukic. To Martin. Martin for the long two. Drains it. Martin will be happy with his shift so far tonight. He's up to 13 points in his debut for the Eagles. Childress now pulls up for the two. Gets the roll, gets it to drop. Childress just up to 6 points. Tries to steal it away, but Eagles will hold on to it. Williams now to Bazzi. To Martin. To Gunhina. Back to Jukic. Good ball movement by the Eagles. Back of the iron and out. Bazzi grabs the rebound. He'll take a quick release on the two and gets it to go. Nice shot by Bazzi. Fuller loses control of it, regains it, goes up off the glass. Strong play by Fuller. He's up to 5 points, 4 boards, 3 assists. Sorry, 5 boards, 3 assists. Bazzi now blasts past Childress, drives inside, kicks it out to Williams. Williams catch and shoot. Oh, beautiful shot, beautiful form by Kai Williams. Childress now with the ball at the top, looks to go past Martin. Drives inside, right hand floater, off the glass, nothing there. And Eagles will grab the loose ball to Bazzi. Bazzi pulls up for three. Front of the iron and out. Oh, that's a huge dunk by Jukic. And one. Put back two-handed hammer. Fouled by Fuller. He'll go to the line for the extra. And Fuller will pick up his 5th foul of the evening and go to the bench. He leaves the court with only 5 points, 5 rebounds and 3 assists after 30 minutes of play. I'm sure there's more to come from Fuller this season, but there's no more to come from him this evening. Wanliss will come in for him for the closing 8:23. Bankovic will also go to the bench for Force until Wazi will come in. Jukic at the line to convert what is an impressive 3-point play. Can't get it to go. Force players fighting for the ball. Wanliss holds on to it. And gives it up to Childress. Childress to Tawazi. Wanliss to Moria. Moria drives inside. Kicks it back out to Diagratis. Diagratis pulls up. Banks it off the glass for 2. Leeds Force still planning to use this as a tuning. And Hina drives inside. Spin move. Loses Moria. Diagratis fouls him. .71 lead for the Eagles. I'm sure there's statos out there looking through the archives to see where this ranks in BBL wins. It must be close to top if it isn't top. Not a statistic that Force will be happy with, but one that Eagles no doubt will take quite happily. Wanliss now for 3. Comes up short on that one. Jukic with another rebound. He's being harassed by 3 Force players, but manages to get away to Bazzi. Bazzi now out on the break, kicks it out to Gunhina on the corner. Drains another 3. Eagles are not taking their foot off the gas. They are applying pressure all the way to the end. They're looking to create what will be a mammoth score here at the Carnegie Sports Arena. Childress now is pushed over the halfway line by Bazzi. Good call by the official. Force will make the change as Moria goes to the bench. Appleyard comes in. And Force will get the ball on the sideline. Childress now, little hesitation, drives inside. Well played by Childress, gets the and one play. If Force are going to win some games, Childress is going to have to be a bigger contribution on the offensive end. Gets that 2 to go, takes himself up to 8 points, and he'll look to convert the and one play. Takes himself up to a 9-point personal tally, along with 5 rebounds, 3 assists for his first game for Force. As he now drives inside, little fake, right-hand floater off the iron, can't get it to go. Rebound by Aiden Appleyard for Leeds. Appleyard will bring it up over the half, going up against Martin, and the ball comes to Wanliss. Just under 7 minutes to play here at the Carnegie Sports Arena on the opening night of the 2017-18 BBL season. And the ball is knocked away by Williams. And Force will get the ball on the baseline. Wanliss now battling inside, looks to float it off the glass, can't get it to go. Appleyard and Bazzi fighting for the rebound. Bazzi gets the better of him. Kicks it out to Williams for the Eagles. Bazzi now, Jukic wide open. Gunhina off the iron and out. Wanliss grabs the rebound for Leeds. 71-point lead for the Eagles. Tawazi looks to feed it inside. Good play, Jukic can't hold on to it, he's frustrated. But that's the symbol of a winner. They're up by 71, but Jukic still fighting for every possession, trying to hold on to it. And this time he does get the steal, gives it up to Bazzi out on the break. Gunhina now, that's got to be a travelling violation. No, he's just going to give an out of bounds call. Instead, both Eagles player, Williams and Gunhina, keen to get out on the break. Force will make the change, Childress will come out, Bankovic will come in. The Leeds Force will have to go back to the drawing board after tonight's performance, whereas the Eagles will look to build on what has been an unbelievably impressive start to this New Look Eagles roster. And Hina tries for the steal, can only knock it out of bounds, so Leeds will get the ball back. Tawazi to De Gratis, the ball is stolen away again by Williams. Williams now looks to try and draw the contact but can't get any off Tawazi, but he does get the 2. And the lead's out to 73 with just under 6 to play. Appleyard now. Stolen away again, another turnover. Bazzi out on the break against Bankovic, and an unsportsmanlike foul is going to be called against Ingus Bankovic. So Eagles, Bazzi will go to the line for 2, and the Eagles will get possession as well. That's Bankovic's 4th foul. Hamilton will come into the game. Bankovic will go to the bench. And Bazzi will go to the line for 2 shots. .549 to play. 73-point lead for the Eagles. And what a night they've had here at the Carnegie Sports Arena. This will become a lucky court for them, no doubt, as they return to the Northeast with a huge win and a huge signal out to the rest of the league, exactly what they're capable of. A demolition job here tonight as they've picked Leeds Force apart at every opportunity. Razzie connects with both, and the lead's out to 75 points with 5:49 to play. Jukic now. Puts it into Bazzi. Bazzi now, a little shake, looks to go past Tawazi, can't, as Tawazi recovers. Nice crossover, floats inside, tries to dish it inside, but it's stolen away. De Gratis gives it to Tawazi behind the back. Hamilton open for the 3, he'll shoot the 3, too heavy on that one. And Gunhina comes away with the rebound. And another unsportsmanlike foul is called. I'm not sure how many that is on Leeds Force. The referees are interpreting the rules very strictly tonight on Leeds Force, as Coach Nelson calls the timeout. And Leeds Force are left with no option there but to call the timeout to stop things. Not sure how many unsportsmanlike fouls that's called on Leeds Force. None so far called on the Eagles. As Leeds Force look to regroup and make something of this final 5:32 here at the Carnegie Sports Arena. But the Eagles will be happy with their performance. They've managed to rotate through their entire roster and some huge performances. They've had 30 points from Jason Page, 27 from Saar Nimley. What a backcourt combination they're going to be this season. Defoe and Jukic both have 7 boards. And along with 27 points for Nimley, he's dished out 7 assists, and Page has dished out 6 assists. That is a backcourt combo that's going to cause issues up and down the UK this year. Leeds Force, they've been led by Dean Wanliss, who's got 13 points. Both Childress and Tawazi have got 9 points. But the tail of the tape for Leeds Force is 31 turnovers, with the Eagles scoring 54 points from those turnovers. That's the lesson that Force are going to have to learn during their training sessions this week and come back from. As Eagles come back to the court, they'll go to the line for 2 shots. Gunhina goes to the line for 2, and they'll get possession. And misses the second. Out to a 76-point lead now for the Eagles. You don't hear that many times from basketball commentary in a top-tier league, but the Eagles have been impressive tonight. Tawazi steals it away from Bazi. Behind the back, little finger roll for 2. Leeds Force captain Samuel Tawazi not giving up the fight. Jukic now with the ball against Appleyard. Looks to drive inside, kicks it out. Gunhina. Gunhina open for 3. Too short on that one. And they're going to call Wanliss for the foul. And Martin will go to the line for 2. Wanliss picks up his 4th foul also. 5:11 to play in the game. 2 Force players on 4 fouls. Terry Martin gets the friendly roll from the ring. Takes his tally up to 14. Can't get the second to go. But Gunhina gets the easy rebound and gets another 2 for the Eagles to take them up to 129 points. Tawazi now. Degratias. It's a tough shot by Tawazi and gets a really friendly roll off the glass and off the ring for 3. From Hina now to Martin. Martin for the wing for 3. Short on that one. Wanliss will grab the rebound, gives it up to Tawazi. He holds on to possession, goes inside, takes his steps and is fouled by Gunhina. He'll go to the line for 2 shots. Tawazi up to 14 points as he goes to the line. Gunhina picks up his 2nd foul of the evening. Gets the first to go. And the second. It's only 2-point ball game now. Bassi with the ball to Jukic, to Williams. Gunhina, beautiful spin move, can't get it to go. Jukic, as all night, he has been battling the boards. Ball now with Appleyard. To Tawazi. To Dean Wanliss. Wanliss for 3. Can't get it to go. Jukic with the rebound. Gunhina. Gunhina drives inside. And Wanliss called for the foul. Good call by the official. Wanliss not able to establish himself. Force are going to make the change. And that's going to be the 5th foul on Dean Wanliss. So he'll go to the bench. 2nd Force player to foul out. Bankovic comes back into the game. He's on 4 fouls. So interesting to see how long he lasts. Force will hope he lasts a while because there's still 3:56 to play here. Gunhina now at the line for the bonus. Gets that to go. 75-point lead again for the Eagles. Appleyard now with the ball, hands it off to Tulwalsey. Tulwalsey at the top, drives inside against Martin, draws the contact, and a travelling violation called on Tulwalsey, and another turnover for Leeds Force. Up to 32 turnovers. That's enough for 3 games yet, let alone 1. Bazzi now with the ball. To Williams. Gunhina. Bazzi, little shake, drives inside, lane just opens up, no rotation, no help side defence. Gets the easy 2. Leeds Force have called a timeout in the next out of bounds. Hambleton now with the ball, looks to drive inside, goes up against Martin. 2 players tried to block him. They don't, but Eagles out on the break. Bazzi with another easy 2 points. The Force will go to the timeout. Bazzi takes his personal tally to 8 to go along with his 4 assists. 57 to Leeds Force, 136 the S Group Eagles at Newcastle. And 3:13 left to play here at the Carnegie Sports Arena. Opening night of the BBL season and around the league. Plenty of games going on. We have a result over in Manchester. Manchester Giants 70 and the reigning champions Leicester Riders off to the races 86. They take a 16-point win back home with them into the 4th quarter. Over in Sheffield, 54 seconds remaining there. And the Surrey Scorchers lead by 5. DBL Sharks Sheffield 76, Surrey Scorchers 81, and 1:40 left in the game in Worcester. And the Lions have run away with that one. Worcester Wolves 70, London Lions 85. But no one's run away with it tonight like the S Group Eagles Newcastle have. Currently leading 136 to 57 against Leeds Force. A dominant display from the reigning BBL Cup holders in what will be an exciting season for them as they look to claim as much silverware as they can. For the Force, this is a rebuilding year. This is a year where they'll build towards their ambitions. Their ambitions are different. They'll be looking to make the playoffs and maybe make a run in one of the cup competitions. That's the stage of this club. The Force only entering their 4th season in the top flight against the Eagles, who are the most successful team in the history of UK basketball. And Bazzi has stolen away from Appleyard, but it's gone out of bounds, so it'll be a Leeds Force ball. And Appleyard will take the inbound to Tulwalsey. Tulwalsey being guarded by Williams as we go down into the final 3 minutes of the game. Tulwalsey drives inside, Hambleton wide open in the corner. Nothing going for Hambleton tonight. He hasn't scored yet. Bazzi to Williams. Williams floats inside to Jukic. Jukic inside to Gunhina. He's fouled by Appleyard. And he'll go to the line for 2 shots. Smart but foul by Appleyard. Gunhina was only ever going to get the 2 points there if he didn't foul him, so he'll send him to the line and let him earn the 2 points. Gunhina now at the 3-throw line. Rattles home the first. Extends the lead out to 80 points. And the second. Appleyard now with the ball for Force. Being guarded by Bazzi. Gives it up to Bankovic. Bankovic now wide open for 3s. Gunhina gambled. Can't get that to go, but Gunhina's gamble's going to pay off as he throws down the 2-hander. Finishes with authority, puts the stamp on it. Tulwalsey now pulls up for the 3. Is fouled by Martin in the process. Knows that's a foul, puts his hand up and acknowledges it. He'll send Tulwalsey to the line for 3 points. Appleyard will come to the bench as Morier comes back into the game. And Tulwalsey at the line for 3 free throws. Very short in the first. Not the usual form, looking rattled at the line. Gets the second to go. One more to come for Tulwalls. He was fouled by Martin while he was shooting the three. Can't get the third to go. Tulwalls though leading Leeds 4, 17 points, leading them in scoring. Bazzi now with the ball for the Eagles to Williams. Gunhina comes back out to Martin. Martin pulls the trigger on the three, can't get it to go. Tulwalls with the rebound. Gives it out to Moria. Moria will drive inside. Gets the two, heavily contested by Martin. Great play by Moria. And the ball goes long. NEWCASTLE now, can't get it to go. Tipped back in by Gunhina. And substitution called by Leeds Force as Childress will come into the game. Moria will come out. .144 left to play. 82-point lead for the Eagles, and what has been a schooling for Leeds Force. Childress now with the ball at the top. Out to Gatius. Jacks the three. Williams with the rebound. Head up straight away to Gunhina. He's going to look to go straight to the basket against Bankovic. Easy left hand laying off the glass for Gunhina. Childress now with the ball going up against Bazzi. Diagolatis sets the screen. Just waiting. Shot clock issue. Just waiting for it to run down to 12. There'll be a forced ball on the sideline. Comes into Diagolatis. Hands it back to Childress at the top for Force. Out to Bankovic. Diagolatis from the corner. Shoots an air ball, way too heavy on that one. Bazzi now with the ball. Going to NEWCASTLE, back to Bazzi, gets the two off the glass, and Newcastle are in cruise control right now. They've taken their foot off the gas and they're just going to cruise their way to the finish line. Moria for three. Oh, too heavy on that one. Another rebound by NEWCASTLE. 40 seconds to play here, 86-point lead for the Eagles. Skips it out to Williams. Williams will shoot the three. Too heavy on it, but NEWCASTLE grabs himself yet another rebound. NEWCASTLE with a double-double on his debut for the Eagles. He's put in a good shift. Inside to Martin. Martin lays it in. And the Force will be happy to run the clock out now as the Eagle fans get to their feet. The drums ring out for the Carnegie Arena. I'm sure they've been thoroughly impressed by the new look Eagles here tonight. 60 to 148 as Childress has the ball for the closing seconds. Ball to Bankovic. Bankovic for three. And that sums Leeds Force night up, in and out. That's it. That's all we have time for here at the Carnegie Sports Arena. 60 to the Leeds Force, 148 for the S Group Eagles. NEWCASTLE, an emphatic win for the hotly tipped Eagles. And Leeds Force will have to go back to the drawing board before they'll be back for more action next week. But plenty of games across the BBL this evening, with the Leicester Riders taking a win over in Manchester, 86-70. The Lions taking a win in Worcester, 72-88. And the Scorchers taking the win in Sheffield, 81-78. Interesting there, all four away teams walking away with the wins. But we'll be back for more action on live basketball.tv. Tomorrow night you can catch the local Southwest Derby. Bristol Flyers take on the Plymouth Raiders. Make sure you tune in for that one. But the action doesn't stop there. More action on live basketball.tv on the Sunday, as well as the London Lions host the Surrey Scorchers. Both those teams picked up wins tonight. And the Glasgow Rocks welcome the Sheffield Sharks to the Emirates Arena up in Glasgow. So make sure you stay tuned for all of the BBL action this season on live basketball.tv.